My name is Zayira Ray. I am a 2018 Young Arts winner in photography and 2024 Young Arts Baxter Street residency recipient. My work is really grounded in portraits, very defining bonds and relationships that inspire me. In my more recent work, I have been kind of pushing the boundaries of portraiture and thinking about the ways that mixed media, painting, and digital media can all kind of inform classical portraiture. So my exhibition, Interthread, is really a culmination of years of work that I have been making, thinking about all of these bonds and relationships in the context of sort of constructed safe spaces and spaces of refuge. So I've been really focusing on the idea of these painted backdrops as a sort of portal or sanctuary for these stories and love stories and documentations to kind of exist in and on. The work is also really thinking about community in the broader sense and thinking about the people, places, and relationships that have kind of informed who we are across many generations and across time and space. And the way that all of those stories kind of overlap and interconnect and interthread. So I think there's quite a balance throughout this exhibition of pieces that are incredibly personal to me because I know these people like in my blood. And then there's people who I've developed an intimacy with in the course of a few hours just by making this photograph with them. So the process of painting the backdrops is instrumental to the pieces because well before I ever picked up a camera, I was drawing and painting. To actually kind of go back to my childhood and play with paint on such a large scale, like 9 by 12 feet is the size of these backdrops, truly like a piece of experimentation, improvisation. I kind of became immersed in these canvases every time I made them. And there's something interesting about solitude, I guess, where I'm kind of one with these canvases and they're private to me and they're mine, to then bring it into a semi-public space and share it. And I love doing that. I think it's beautiful, and to see new feet and new hands and new people kind of rest on the canvas and have their own interpretation of it and make their own home out of it is a really cool experience, and it's quite cathartic, honestly, from start to end. So seeing the interactions that the same canvas has with people from totally different worlds, and to be able to kind of close in on those moments and have the one connective tissue be these painted canvases is something that is really exciting when I'm making the work. So the tapestry project is kind of threefold. It includes a film, it includes the physical tapestry created by 8 Palestinian American women, and it includes portraits. And the tapestry is really something that is removed from me and removed from my experience in my hand. And instead it kind of takes on its own life form, and it acts as a sort of connective tissue in the form of a mural, a kind of communal experience, something that different people added to the canvas, had their hands on it, and some haven't been in the same room and haven't met each other, but are kind of collaborating with each other. And the film is really to make it sort of come alive even more and think about the people that are behind the canvas. And it also is a photographic backdrop. It's very different from any of the work I've made in all the portrait photographs. I've documented pre-existing relationships, so like lovers, friends, family units. And in the tapestry project, none of these women had ever met each other before, but their connection was more of a kindred, soul, innate connection tethered by their identity. It's something that is almost like a dedication or an ode to the people who have made it, and also the many people who couldn't be a part of the project, and also thinking about the mass erasure and censorship of Palestinian voices. The Young Arts Baxter Street residency has been monumental for me. I have just learned so much about curating my work, about how my work exists, how it can exist, reformed and reimagined. I've really learned to grow my work in a new way and look at it differently, and that's something that I'm really grateful for. The tangible support to make this a reality has truly transformed the way that I've approached this show. I was really able to kind of dream more freely and practice more freely and play, and those resources really helped me do that. Programs like Young Arts, and specifically Young Arts, is like life-changing. Like the fact that I was recognized by Young Arts and now 6 years later I am putting on this show is incredible, and I am very, very grateful for that. And so I would really encourage all young artists to, I know it's hard, but to really believe in yourself, believe in what you can do, and you can make it happen. It doesn't matter how old you are. Having the platform to have your work, and only your work, curated and exhibited and seen is something that is once in a lifetime. And so to have this opportunity at this stage in my career is something that I wish every artist could have, because it's really easy to kind of get discouraged. And I think having this residency has really rejuvenated me as an artist. You should apply. It's an incredible residency. It's an incredible opportunity. It is such a welcoming and open and community-based experience. I would want to thank everyone who is in these photographs, the 8 women who worked on the tapestry and who trusted me to document them. My mom, really want to thank my mom. She's like been my biggest pillar and supporter for my whole life. I want to say the biggest thank you to Baxter Street for supporting me and mentoring me and just believing in my work, and to Young Arts from when I was a teenager until now, for really championing my work and giving me the space and the opportunity to create this whole body of work. I am so grateful.